What's going on, my trainer club? We have Uxie out in the Asia Pacific right now, and what I am going to do today is help you beat more Uxie with the raid counter guide, including the 100% IV, what the best counters are, and what is the best weather effect to have against Uxie, for Uxie, and against Uxie. So, you know what time it is. Welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go! What's going on, my trainer club? Thank you for tuning in, and I am hyped to give you this Uxie guide if you are in the Asia Pacific region. So as of right now, he's going to be here until May 27th, and then we are going to get a switch. The switch was tweeted by Reversal that it is not going to be these guys switching positions. Said to be that they are locked in other places around the world, and that they are going to stay that way, at least for now, what it is. So what I'm going to do today is help you beat more Uxie, get the 100% IVs and the raid counter guide. So I'm curious to know, what is your favorite of the three Lake Guardians? Drop in the comments below and let me know. And then of course, hit that sub button so I can keep providing you a ton of information. I love doing this for you guys, and I'm super appreciative of you guys being here right now. So let's get on to this. We have the Uxie, which is the defense oriented of the three Lake Guardians. Much more defense. So he is going to be a lot harder to take down. So he cannot be duoed under any conditions based on his defense. The only thing that we can do is we can maybe trio him, but typically it's recommended that we go in with 4. So that's what we are going to do. And so getting right into it, we have the level 20 100% IV under normal conditions without any boosts. We have 1442, and then under windy conditions, when it is boosted in the wind, he is going to be a level 25 100% IV at 1803. And so him being more defense oriented, we have an attack of 156, we have a defense of 270, and we have a stamina of 181. So that defense is super up there. He's got that nice triangle looking curve, and he is going to be a lot harder to take down, but he is not going to shell out a ton of damage. So what we're going to be able to do is utilize a bunch of different counters that's going to help you take him down, because it's going to affect the glassiness of the Pokemon, because he's not going to deliver such hard hitting counters, which is going to be like, okay, well, why would I use that Pokemon if he gets hit out with one shot? And he is going to max out at a CP of 2524, so he's not super high up there, which for me, I'm seeing 2500. What am I thinking? I am thinking the Ultra League. I know a lot of people don't really battle in the Ultra League. They usually go for the Master or they go for the Great. Primarily in the Great, because you can utilize such a wide array of different Pokemon. It's a little more fair. There's not too many legendaries in there. So what I'm going to recommend, that if you are a battler in the Ultra League, this dude is going to be one that you use because of how high his defense is, and he gets a couple of pretty cool movesets that's going to help you battle more. So not the best PvPer, but he's definitely defensive minded, and that defensive stat really helps you take a lot of damage and helps you stay in there for the win. Since Uxie is psychic, he is going to be weak to Bug, Dark, and Ghost, which is going to be the primary attackers that are going to come against him, and he's also going to resist 2 things, which is going to be Psychic and Fighting. So that is going to play a big role in what we are going to select. So the top counters are going to be, number 1, we're going with Giratina Origin Form. Giratina Origin Form is a Beast Ghost, best TDO, which is the total damage output of the Ghost attackers, which is going to put him as the reigning supreme number 1 attacker, which is pretty congruent over all of these Pokemon. The number 2, which is also pretty congruent, which I think you can guess, is going to be the Mewtwo. Mewtwo is super good. I suggest using the Psycho Cut as the number 1, and then he's going to have Shadow Ball, which is a legacy moveset. So if you have them, you've powered them up, utilize these guys. If you don't have them, you can consider trading Lucky Friends for. Only do it under Lucky because they're legacy movesets. You want to guarantee that you get Mewtwo as a Lucky. You don't want to trade him and then his IVs go down to like 20%, and then you're like, I guess I'll power him up anyway. Let's just not do that. Wait for the Lucky Friend. Since it's legacy, the moves are more rare. The third attacker is going to be Gengar. Gengar being the glassy cannon a little bit. Even though he's going to have a little bit more defense oriented, you're going to be able to utilize Gengar a little bit better. And we're going to go on to another one and see another glassy cannon that's actually quite high on this one. But Gengar's moveset can be either of his 3 quick attacks. 2 are legacy, 1 is Lick, 1 is Shadow Claw, and the other one is going to be Hex, which you can get right now. Preferably you would have one of the first 2. If you don't, that's okay. Hex still works well, and then we're going to use Shadow Ball. So going into the excellent attackers, so these are just slightly going down the list. We have one out of the ordinary here, which is going to be Bannet. I don't think I've ever said an excellent attacker and Bannet in the same sentence before. Bennett is going to utilize Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball. And going after Bennett, we actually have Weavile. Weavile is going to be great with feint attack and foul play. And since only Azelf gets the Fire Blast, we are going to be good using Weavile under any conditions. He will not melt as he will with the Fire Blast from Azelf. So that's going to be coming into play later. We're actually going to go into his movesets, but none of his movesets affect what we are choosing here. And then moving onward, we are going to Honchkrow with Snarl and Dark Pulse. And then after that, we have the Tyranitar. Absolutely love him. He is going to be Bite Crunch. He's super effective. I always used to utilize him against Mewtwo's. So that is going to be that. Make sure to use those Tyranitars. If you have them maxed out, I highly suggest them, even though they're not in the Supreme Attacker. Use Supreme Attacker first, and then check this list downwards as you're putting your party together. And then going downwards, we are looking at our good attackers. These attackers are going to be considerably higher time to win compared to what we have right now above here. So I don't suggest making parties with these unless you don't have any of the Pokemon above listed. We're going to go with the Absol. And Absol's best moveset is going to be Snarl and Dark Pulse. Next, we are going to have the new first bug Pokemon. We have Pinsir with the Bug Bite and the X-Scissor. And then we have the Houndoom with the Snarl and the Foul Play. We have the Sharpedo with the Bite Crunch. I don't typically see the recommendation of the Sharpedo coming in, so super cool here. And then we are going down the line and we have another bug Pokemon. We have the Scizor. And Scizor is going to be Fury Cutter and X-Scissor. And then we actually have the ability to use Alakazam. We have the Psycho Cut. It's not even effective. It's actually resistant for him, but he actually gets Shadow Ball, so it makes it a pretty good Pokemon. This is why he's down the list, because he's not delivering the stab effective quick move. And then we go to Mismagius, and Mismagius can get Hex or Sucker Punch along with Shadow Ball. And finally we have the Cacturne, which is going to have Sucker Punch or Dark Pulse. And then moving on to the moveset. So all of the late Guardians has the same two first attacks. They're psychic movesets. They either have Confusion or Extrasensory. So those are the two quick attacks that you can get. The charge moves, which are the specials, are going to be, we have number one, Thunder. So he actually has an electric move. It does not affect any of the Pokemon that we have in there for counters, so which is good. The second one is going to be, can you guess it, same as the other one, Future Sight. And then the third is going to be Swift. So they all get this Swift move. So we're going to now check out what the weather effects are going to be for the Uxie. So continuing on, we're going to look at how the weather affects Uxie in Pokemon Go. So for the windy weather, it's actually going to boost him to level 25. It's going to make his psychic moves more powerful. So we're looking at Extrasensory, Confusion for his fast moves, and then it's going to boost his Future Sight. So he's going to be a little bit stronger, hit a little bit harder when he is in windy weather, but you can also catch him at that 25 100% IV. Next, we're going to look at Partly Cloudy, which is going to boost his Swift move. And then going downwards, Sunny's not going to affect him. We're not going to have any effect during snow, but the rainy weather is going to boost the bug Pokemon as your attackers. It's also going to boost his Thunder moveset. So if he has Thunder, it's going to hit a little bit harder there. And then finally, we have the foggy weather, which isn't too common for too many people, I don't think. I mean, maybe unless you're in LA. We're going to have the boosts to the dark as well as the ghost Pokemon. So during foggy weather, it's going to be a good time for you to fight him. So that is it, guys. Make sure to look out for those 100% IVs. Make sure to hunt the Uxies down. Make sure to bring them to Go Fest, to any type of fest out there that you can have friends from international places if you care to trade them to try to get them, because as of right now, we don't have any confirmation that they're going to different locations. So what I wanted to do is thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all of you guys. So if I provided value today, as always, please hit that sub button, turn on the notifications, and share this video to somebody that is looking for these tips. So thank you for tuning into the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on that next video. Peace.